Okay, this is the whole clamping gauge system. It has two clamping gauges here. One, two. The one is a fixed gauge. The other one here is a movable gauge. Also has two clamping bars. These are two solid clamping bars that have the ability to be adjusted from the bottom or the middle, depending on where you want to put your clamps at. And also two swivel bars. These swivel bars here are clamping bars that will go inside these clamping brackets here. The clamping brackets also interchange with these here bars here on the gauge blocks themselves. We have two trammel points here, and these will be fixed inside the brackets here, the swivel brackets, for doing compass work and things. We also have a smaller set of trammel points here that get screwed into the clamping blocks. These here can be used for inside calipering in areas where it's hard to get other gauges. These can be used in combination with the swivel blocks here or the main blocks for inside calipering. Now I'll show the versatility of how this can be used for clamping and gauge clamping. The gauges themselves have slots in them here. That also gives you a little bit of adjustability as well, because there's slots. The user will then put their screws through here to attach these gauges to their customized size blocks. So these here gauges now, they register onto the scrap piece of block here, and they're both the same height here. And on the one side here we have the adjustability. Okay, first I will use the solid blocks and I'll put them on the bottom hole first. It also has a keyway here cut in so that it can fit in there nice and snug. And I have adjustability here. We want to are interchangeable, so they can be flipped either direction, and also they can be put in the middle like this. Now if I remove these here blocks, the solid blocks, I now can put on the swivel blocks. Again, they too have their own, they go right onto they take the place of the main blocks, the brackets here. Another is interchangeable that direction, both ways. So all the parts are interchangeable with each other. And then the swivel blocks can go inside like this. There can be thumb screws on here to tighten them in nice and tight. And then you have the ability to do layout work, things like that, at angles. You might have some sort of a angle layout work we're trying to do. You can also use a combination of straight blocks. And another thing too, again, you can get that final adjustment over here again to whatever dimension that you're looking for. Walk it in. Maybe do some marking, whatever you need to do. That gives you the ability to do clamping with angled parts of the case, sides. By removing the swivel blocks, you put in the trammel points. Again, you can set your gauge to where you want to put it at. And then you can do stepping off. And to remove one of the trammel points, insert a pencil. And you now have a compass. Again, it can be adjusted to that final dimension you're looking for. Okay, back to the original clamping blocks again. It can also be used as an inside gauge for transferring. With the included points here, we can screw that into the block like this. And then we can do inside calipering. Once again, putting back on the swivel blocks again. We can add calipering points. And so now we can get into some hard to reach places. For instance, you might want to get in the back corner. By the adjustment of these swivel blocks on both sides. It could be swiveled in a direction that you can do outside diameter calipering as well. Maybe for stepping off or something, or checking the dimension of something in between. So you have both the inside and outside calibration that you can do with this, with the swivel blocks. Okay, so this concludes the demonstration of this here clamp block system. It's more than just a clamping spreader, it's a clamping gauge. It's more for like laying out work and checking dimensions and transferring dimensions, and also maybe for checking to see how something would look at an angle to another part of a project or something. It's more of a clamping gauge, so I like to call it, an adjustable clamping gauge. And for watching this. Thank you. Bye.